region was once called by the Bushmen of Africa as the land God made an anchor, and it was known by the Portuguese as the Gates of Hell. Has anyone here ever heard of Namibia's Skeleton Coast? Today I would like to inform my audience about the background of the Namibia's Skeleton Coast. Namibia's Skeleton Coast is a mysterious region located in southwest Africa that is notorious for its ghostly and spooky tales. In a few moments, I would like to discuss with you the discovery of Namibia's Skeleton Coast, why this particular region in Namibia was named Skeleton Coast, and a few interesting facts about it. Let's begin by talking about my first main point, which was the discovery of Skeleton Coast. According to Casper W. Erickson, there are no direct connections to the discovery of Namibia's Skeleton Coast. Although historians do believe that Europeans are linked to the discovery of the coast because they were the first ones to have documented their sightings about Namibia's Skeleton Coast. Now that we've talked about the discovery of Skeleton Coast, we continue on with my second point. Let's talk about why this particular region of Namibia was named Skeleton Coast. The Namibian coast was named Skeleton Coast because of its frequent stories of frequent shipwrecks, stranded sailors, and human, whale, and shipwreck remains scattered throughout the coast. If you can see on the map here, it shows the globe, and Africa in the southwestern part of Africa. The shaded region is the country of Namibia, and then off to the side is an enlarged version of the country. And off to the right over here is a zoomed-in version of Namibia's coastline. And towards the top, if you can see, it shows you how far the Skeleton Coast extends to, and then it also pinpoints some famous shipwrecks that happen along the coastline. The geographical features of the Namibian coast, Skeleton Coast, play a huge part in naming that region Skeleton Coast. The dense fog hovering over the coast, the strong currents, and the heavy winds caused the demise of hundreds of ships, sailors, and whales. Skeleton Coast is the shore joined with the Namib Desert, so the cool sea breezes combined with the hot desert air create the dense fog lying on the coast. The majority of the terrain consists of large sand dunes, which vary in color depending on which section of the coast you're in. Some will be a light sand color like the first picture I showed you, and others will be a yellow or golden color like this one. Now that we know why this region of Namibia was named Skeleton Coast, we can move on to my final point, which is talking about some interesting facts about Skeleton Coast. Some of the spooky and ghostly tales mentioned about Skeleton Coast were about sailors at sea unable to see clearly because of the dense fog, and this would lead them into the strong currents and the heavy winds, and eventually would cause them to wreck. Also mentioned in the tales about Skeleton Coast were about sailors able to arrive safely on the coast, but unable to depart from it due to the conditions of the coast. Whether they survived the shipwreck or were unable to depart from the coast, sailors were either way left stranded and would have to survive and fend for themselves in the cold early and nighttime weather, or in the scorching 122 degrees in the afternoons. Some shipwrecks have been there for over 500 years. There's these that this one's actually on the shore, and then there's this one that you can hardly even tell it was a boat or a ship. And then there's some that are buried, like this one, and there's some that are completely intact. These are some of the bones that are scattered throughout the coast. As mentioned before, Skeleton Coast used to be a favored region of Namibia. Now it is known as Skeleton Coast National Park, and it is a popular tourist attraction with several different safari travel agencies. Now that we've discussed some interesting facts about Skeleton Coast, we can move on to my conclusion. To summarize my points, today we learned that no one really knows who or when discovered Namibia's Skeleton Coast. We learned where it was located, why this particular region of Namibia was named Skeleton Coast. and a few interesting facts about Skeleton Coast. I hope you all enjoyed learning about Skeleton Coast, and if you're interested, maybe you'll have the opportunity to go and visit it one day.